Cities have attracted and concentrated a massive number of people, generating new problems of management and creating a huge challenge not only for the public sector in managing the limited resources, but also in the private sector, pushing companies to promote a continuous adaptation in business to answer to the new consumption demands. According to United Nations reports, by 2030, over 70% of the population are likely to be concentrated in global cities, having a dramatic impact in our lifestyle. Along with this unplanned cities development, several solutions started to be tested and implemented in different fields. As a consequence of this attempt to equalize urban problems, we are now seeing the rise of the smart city concept. So our research question is, to what extent does the intense exposure to ICT in smart cities affect the buying decision-making process of the citizens? The first variable is the intense exposure to ICT in smart cities. And to explain this, we must understand that smart cities basically cities that are adopting ICT to solve urban problems. And these ICT, these technologies can be applied in mobility, for example. We can talk about the transportation system, we can talk about the internet, the accessibility that the government is giving to the citizens. We also can talk about living, and then here three basic main areas are involved: health, education, and safety. Another aspect is utilities. In what way now are we managing, for example, our smart grids for energy, our gas networkings, the way we collect and recycle the waste? Another important area is e-governance. And the last one, it's environment. So our second variable in this research is the buying decision-making process. Question is, smart citizens are smart buyers? To understand this, we're going to review and analyze the 5 dimensions of this process: problem and need recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase decision, and post-purchase behavior. So, our question. First, in analyzing the consumption behavior, we must understand that GDP, social classes, culture, and human development index can interfere in the way we make decisions when we are going to buy something. And also, in order to understand better smart city, we must also analyze what are the stage of the implementation of each smart city. Depending on this, it will change. So what we have decided is we pick 3 smart cities as examples. They are completely different. They are located in different continents and with different culture, and they are in different stages of implementation of this big project of smart city. The first one is Rio de Janeiro. This is my hometown. Rio now in Brazil is the #1 smart city in Brazil in the rank, but we have huge problems and a very, very big gap in the social classes in Rio de Janeiro. The second one is Barcelona. Barcelona is ranked now, 2015, as the first smart city in the world. And it's in Europe, different culture, and we can also find different gaps or big gaps, different social levels there in Barcelona. And the last one is Seoul. Seoul, it's one of the most developed project of smart city. It's almost a state of art. It's Asian, totally different culture, and so we understand that if you put together the data from these 3 cities under the same perspective, we can really figure out if is there or not a pattern in the change in the consumption behavior of the citizens. So to do this, we have 3 basic areas and questions to research. What is offered? What has been offered from this government to the citizen? What the citizens are using, what devices or what ICT are being used massively, and then what is perceived from these citizens. Are they living in a smart city? Having these answers, we can get to the conceptual model of our research, and then in the end, the idea is really to measure the impacts of the intense exposure to ICT in the citizens buying decision maker process in smart cities.